What happens when Britain's grooviest secret agent takes a 30-year nap and wakes up in the 1990s? Well, his clothes are outdated, his pickup lines are inappropriate, his dental plan is questionable, and his greatest enemy now believes that $1 million is an outrageous amount of money. In 1997, Mike Myers traded Wayne Campbell's baseball cap for a blue velvet, bad teeth, and enough chest hair to frighten an entire criminal organization. But Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery wasn't an immediate blockbuster. It was a strange, low budget spy spoof that found an even bigger audience after leaving theaters and eventually became one of the most quoted comedies of the decade. Today, we're traveling back to the swinging 60s, getting cryogenically frozen, and asking the most important question of all: why make trillions when we can make billions? So cue the music because the episode is going to be shagadelic, baby. Yeah. Welcome back to Retro Life for You, the show where we celebrate the movies, the television, the music, and the pop culture memories that made growing up in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s so much fun. If you enjoy revisiting these classic movies with us, please follow Retro Life for You on social media. We are at Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, and obviously here on YouTube. That's where you'll find episode announcements, retro movie clips, retro movie trivia, a few clips here and there, and plenty of memories from the greatest decade in entertainment. And don't forget our t-shirt shop that we love to talk about, Vintage Vibes Shop. If you go there, you will find original retro inspired designs, movie nostalgia, dad jokes, just funny t-shirts in general, and plenty of shirts made for people who still believe rewinding is the polite thing to do. So, Marty, please be kind and rewind. That is correct. Now put on your crushed velvet suit, Marty. I know you got one. Climb inside the time machine
somewhere over there.
and prepare to behave because today we're talking about behave, baby. We're talking 1997's Austin Powers International Man of Mystery. Marty,
Yes,
you look more like a Dr. Evil than a Austin Powers. I mean, you know,
Dr. Evil with a big beard. So
could you use millions of dollars right now versus
yes, I can use lots of millions and millions of dollars.
You take the millions, I'll take the $100 billion.
Hey, I could use $100 million.
Couldn't we all?
Yeah,
we could all do that. I mean, I'd be happy for sure. What do you think, Marty, about this Austin Powers International Man of Mystery? Was this when you first seen it when it first came out? Not today, obviously, because I know you watched it today like I did.
Well, I did not go to the theater to see this. I hate to admit it, but
I didn't either.
This was a rental, probably from Blockbuster, because my mom and pop stores just kind of faded away by the late 90s. So,
you know, at the time when it came out to the theater, it wasn't really a big thing for me to go watch that movie. It just didn't seem like something that reached out and grabbed me. And I did like comedies. It's not that I didn't like comedies, but something about it just didn't stand out to me. And I couldn't really put my finger on it. But when it's like you, I rented it. I rented it from
It was probably the actor.
I don't know if it was the actor or if it was the style of the character itself.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just looked kind of silly, and I didn't think I would like it. And then I rented it one weekend, and from there, you know, it's on. I loved it. It was funny.
Exactly.
And I couldn't wait when I saw they were having the second one come out, which I think was the second one, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Yes, The Spy Who Shagged Me was the second movie, and
then that was at the theater.
Yeah, no, that one was at the theater for me too, and so was Goldmember. I watched the second and the third in the theater. So.
Yes, absolutely, me as well. For those who aren't 100% familiar with this, if we, such as some of our young fans we may have out there, released on May 2nd, 1997, Austin Powers International Man of Mystery is a spy comedy written by Mike Myers and directed by Jay Roach. The movie stars Myers in two roles. He is Austin Powers, an outrageously confident British secret agent from the swinging 60s, and Dr. Evil, the bald, emotionally unavailable criminal mastermind determined to take over the world. The story begins in 1967 when Dr. Evil escapes Austin by launching himself into space and entering cryogenic suspension. With no reason to remain active, Austin volunteers to be frozen himself until his enemy eventually returns. So 30 years later, Big Boy comes flying across the radar. It looks like the Shoney's Big Boys are, looks like it disappeared. Well, sir, they didn't really disappear, and they've always served quality food, I might say. Uh, Such stupid stuff, but so funny. Unfortunately, he has been gone so long that he doesn't understand inflation or how much money a proper international villain should demand. After 30 years, he probably shouldn't know these things of being gone. Austin is thought out to stop him, but he quickly discovers that the free loving culture of the 60s has been replaced by the very different world of the 1990s. Helping him adjust is Vanessa Kensington, played by Elizabeth Hurley. Vanessa is the daughter of Austin's former partner, Mrs. Kensington, and she isn't immediately impressed by Austin's behavior, his appearance, or endless supply of ridiculous pickup lines.
Yeah.
Do I make you Randy? Do I?
Especially the part when they're on the airplane, and he's all like, she's making him fill out the forms, and he's all like, Austin Danger Powers.
Danger is my middle name.
Yeah, Danger is my middle name, baby. And then he says, sex, please. Yes, please.
It's the little stuff that makes it really funny.
Yeah, it's just the little quotes in the movie.
Right.
That just makes it so
and look,
fun.
You cannot sit there with a straight face and honestly tell me from that point forward. I don't think any of you out there listening can either, that you filled out a form where you had to check a box for sex, male or female, and saw that it said sex, and you didn't say out loud, yes, please.
Yes, please.
Everybody's done it. Everybody. Yeah. So while Austin tries to adapt, Dr. Evil faces a different kind of culture shock. His criminal organization in the last 30 years has become a successful, legitimate business. His henchmen occasionally question his logic, and he learns he has a teenage son named Scott. Come here, Scotty.
Yeah, come here. Give Dad a hug.
Give Papa a hug.
Give Papa a hug.
The result is part James Bond.
No way, man, get away from me.
You're right. The result is part James Bond parody, part fish out of water comedy, and part dysfunctional family therapy session inside of a secret underground lair. So, look, this is when they wake up Austin Powers from his cryogenically frozen state. I laughed so hard because it had been done once already. I'm pretty sure Revenge of the Nerds was out before this, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously, 80s movie. This is a 90s movie, right? So obviously redone again with the whole peeing scene like Ogre did in the background in Revenge of the Nerds. Or maybe it was Revenge of the Nerds 2. I forget which one it was he did it. But anyway, Austin Powers, he wakes up and they've got him awake and he's got to go. He's peeing. He's going nonstop forever. Then it's like he stops and they're like smiling, going, okay, well, let's get on with it. Then he starts peeing again. And then it goes for a little while longer. And then he stops and you hear the little robot voice going, what was the word?
Irrigation complete.
Not irrigation. It was something else. Something else come. Evacuation come before she can get the word complete out. Evacuation come, and he starts peeing again. Come, peeing again. Evacuation come, peeing again. It's just a stupid joke, but good Lord, I laughed the first time I seen it until I cried. Tears rolling down my eyes, legit. So this is one of those movies where if you've never seen it before, you are just going to just
Yeah.
you're gonna ask yourself, why am I laughing at all this stupidity? You can't help it. It's
But it's so. The thing about Austin Powers, the first, especially the first movie,
mhm.
is that the slapstick humor is just it's that type of humor that just kind of just creeps up on you, and when it does, it just slaps you like right in the face.
it's
So
it's not quite as ridiculous as Naked Gun or Airplane,
right,
but still subtle things like that hit you at the last second. Oh, that's hilarious! And you just bust out laughing.
hmm
Um, what was the other part here?
oh, one of my favorites was the part where Austin's meeting number two in the casino.
Who does number two work for?
Who does number two work
And
for?
once again, the person we
Tom
talked about
Arnold of
stealing
all
the
people.
show, it's not Randy Quaid, it's Tom Arnold. Yes,
Yeah.
for some comedy relief, and does very
Hey,
well with it.
he's like, give that turd a talking to, give that
No,
turd
no,
a
no.
talking.
He says, tell that turd who the boss is.
Yeah, tell that turd who the boss is.
No, or no, either or is it show the turd who boss is? One or
Yeah,
the other.
it
Anyway,
was one of the. It was
when
highly
Doctor
related.
Evil, when Doctor Evil is sitting around the table of all his evil henchmen, he's talking about them and bringing them up, and he kills like four of them right off the bat, slings their chairs
Mhm.
back.
Yeah,
Hey, Mustafa, I spared you and whatever the woman's name is. I spared y'all because whatever reason was. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, he,
and
he
the one guy that's on fire.
and but no, that's hasn't got that far yet. The other guy is the Irish guy who's got the little thing. He's introducing all the people around the table, right? He's got the guy with the bracelet with the charms on it,
the,
and
the,
he's
the
like,
Irish,
he's known for leaving a charm behind on a person he kills after he kills them, and he's like, yeah, they always after me, Lucky Charms. And then you get Doctor Evil and the woman laughing. He's like, why does everybody laugh when I say that for? So she's trying to explain to him while laughing about the little children's commercial. And they always have to be Lucky Charms. Oh, never mind.
oh
Um,
man,
but yeah, they get to the point later with Mustafa when he finally kills him. He falls back in the pit, and all of a sudden it's like the most dramatic death you've ever heard. And he's like, "I'm burned really badly, but I've not died. Can somebody please get the trap door for me? I know how it works. I created it. I'm severe,
yeah,
a lot of pain down here right now." And all of a sudden, you see Doctor Evil calling somebody against to tell them what to do. They go in. He goes, "Oh, hey, I'm glad you guys got here. You boom."
oh,
And there's
you
quiet.
shot me. You
No, no,
shot
there's
me
just
in the arm.
right, but there's quiet first, and Doctor Evil's about to proceed with his meeting. Then it starts. You shot me. You shot me in the arm. And then they shoot him one more time, and it's it. But you're waiting to see if he's going to do it again. It's the same kind of humor as the
Because
P
Doctor
humor
Evil's
earlier.
he's kind of like looking around like he's like,
It's done. It's
is it
done.
done? Is it done?
Is it finished yet? Oh my gosh! I asked you earlier if you knew how Austin Powers was created. You said that you didn't know. So give a little origin here of the Austin Powers character, where he came from. A lot of these things people think of was usually an SNL skit because you see a lot of SNL former people doing things like he did Wayne and Garth,
Mhm.
right? And then and their movie for that. So you naturally, a lot of people think this is the same thing, but it's not. Myers has explained that the character was partly a tribute to his father, Eric Myers, who introduced him to British comedy, James Bond, Peter Sellers, and the Beatles in the popular culture of 60s England. After his father died in 1991, Myers began thinking about those shared influences and became a loving exaggerate. Well, Austin Powers became a loving exaggeration of the music, the fashion, television programs, and spy movies that Myers remembered watching with him.
Mhm. Now I can actually see a lot of Pink Panther. Peter Sellers, Jacques Cousteau,
Right?
in Austin Powers. That whole, I, I'm like Basically, how Peter Sellers portrayed uh, uh, Clouseau.
Yeah.
You could see a lot of it there in Austin too,
Hmm.
because of how Clouseau was so confident and and everything, and then Austin's the same way. But they're just kind of like they're goofs.
Absolute goofs.
So,
At some point, watching Austin Powers, you expected to hear the dun 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 dun
exactly.
dun dun dun.
Mhm.
The Austin character didn't begin with a movie script, believe it or not. Myers first performed an early version of Austin as a part of Ming T, a faux 1960s band that he created with musicians including Susanna Hoffs of the Bangles and Matthew Sweet. Myers would perform as the band's lead singer, complete with the glasses, the accent, and the exaggerated swinging London attitude. Um, when he's walking through the city and the town, pointing
Yeah,
at everybody, "Hey, baby!" He goes, "What?" When he comes back, he looks at the guy. He goes, "It's you." He goes, "No, no. What do you say? It's not. It's you." He goes, "Hey, you there?" or something like that. He goes, "Do I know you?" He says, "No, but that's you. You're there." And he keeps on walking like he's super cool. Um, it's so crazy. Um, from there, the character gradually developed into the international man of mystery audiences know today. So the movie's humor draws heavily from early James Bond adventures, but it also spoofs less famous British spy programs, colorful European thrillers, Peter Sellers comedies, and the general excess of 60s pop culture. Austin resembles the glorious secret agents of the era, but without their sophistication, personal boundaries, or ability to maintain a believable disguise. What
yeah.
about their disguises they had on going into into the
Oh,
company? What they looked like? He looked
yeah.
like it's crazy. He looked like a genie or something, didn't he? I mean,
He had that big old long, he had that big old long black beard, and then she was wearing all the Texas. She was in a cowboy outfit.
it was something. A little pre-production here, and director Jay Roach. The film, like I said, directed by Jay Roach, making his major theatrical feature directing debut. That's a lot of words. Major theatrical feature
Director.
directing debut. That might sound surprising when you consider how visually confident the movie feels. Roach had to balance several different styles: spy thriller, romantic comedy, science fiction parody, slapstick, and colorful 60s fantasy. You kind of nailed all those earlier when you was talking about it, what
Yeah.
you could see in it and all. Before Austin Powers, he had directed the made for TV film Life Pod. After this movie, he directed both Austin Powers sequels: Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, The Campaign, Trumbo, and the television drama Recount.
Hmm.
Um, you know what? Thinking of Austin Powers movies and Meet the Parents movies, you can see some similarities in the humor in a way. It's Meet the Parents is not necessarily the dumb humor, but the subtle humor, though.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you can kind of see that in both. Roach reportedly connected with Myers through Susanna Hoffs, who was part of Ming T and married to Roach at the time, or still maybe, I don't know. Although New Line considered other possibilities, Myers wanted Roach because he understood the particular combination of parody and affection behind the character. That affection was important to him. The goal wasn't simply to make fun of old spy movies. Myers and Roach genuinely enjoyed them. Many of the movie's jokes work because the filmmakers understand the conventions they're exaggerating. The production budget's generally reported as approximately 16.5 million to 18 million, relatively modest even by the 1997 studio standards.
Hmm.
That limited budget encouraged the filmmakers to lean into artificial sets, rear projection, bright costumes, exaggerated props, and deliberately theatrical production design. Instead of hurting the picture, those restrictions helped it. It helped it resemble the colorful, sometimes wonderfully fake looking spy adventures that inspired it. And that's pretty much legit because it's really I don't want to call it a colorful movie, but gosh, I can't
Yeah, there's
remember
a
hardly one dark
lot of
scene.
vibrant colors in that movie.
Can you remember hardly one dark scene in the movie at
No,
all?
not even when they're in Vegas when they're like doing the tour montage. I mean, because you got this dark background behind them. Like they're walking like on a green screen, and you see all this background with the Vegas lights and everything popping up, and I was like,
It's definitely bright.
yeah,
Cynthia Charette served as production designer. Peter Deming handled cinematography, and George S. Clinton composed the score. The opening dance sequence immediately establishes the tone. Yes, it does. So much
yeah, it
so.
does like big time.
It is so. I
and
mean,
and if you ever hear that song
do do
playing on
do
the radio,
do 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 do
it just
do.
automatically reminds you of Austin Powers.
All
So
you think of is him walking down the street in that goofy way, pointing at everybody.
yeah, and then everybody, Austin,
It's Austin
like
Powers.
chasing after him is.
Yeah, baby. Um, it's crazy. The opening dance sequence, like I said, immediately establishes the tone. Rather than gradually introducing Austin, the movie places him in the middle of a colorful street celebration where everybody already treats him like a superstar. It tells you, the audience, exactly what kind of world they are entering. And it's
Mhm.
that way throughout the whole movie, though. That same feel you had of him walking down
Exactly,
the street, it's the same
exactly.
feel throughout the whole movie. Mike Myers. Let's talk about him for a second, playing a dual role. Pulled it off great. Um,
Yeah, he did actually.
Not many people do this very successfully in movies, but him and Eddie Murphy are the two that come to mind.
Hmm. Yeah, the Nutty
I don't,
Professor. Yeah,
well, I'm not. Even if you think about Eddie Murphy doing things like in Coming to America,
yeah.
where he played
Sure.
several characters in the one movie, and then of course the Nutty Professor, he did well with that and all.
Mhm.
Um, but Mike Myers, he was great in this. Originally, Myers didn't necessarily plan to play both Austin Powers and Doctor Evil. Guess who was reportedly interested in playing Doctor Evil, but was unavailable because of his scheduling conflicts with another movie he had going on.
Al Pacino.
Mm. Think of somebody they got to be funny or something. Think of somebody funny from the '90s that
Oh
could
my
have pulled.
God, Will Ferrell.
No, Will Ferrell was Mustafa.
Oh, that's right. He was Mustafa.
Yeah, he was in it. He was in it,
Yeah,
but he was
he was
Mustafa.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like me to give you a hint?
It wasn't the one that plays Garth in
No,
Wayne's World.
it was not Dana. Not Dana.
Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey at all. No.
That was,
Uh,
dude. I tell you what, Dana Carvey playing Doctor Evil. That would have been absolutely crazy.
I think he could have pulled it. I think he could have pulled it off.
I do too.
I don't think he would have been as over the top as the other person that I'm about to mention.
Mhm.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Wow.
He was reportedly interested in playing Dr. Evil, but unavailable because of scheduling conflicts with Liar Liar.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
I'm glad he made that movie too, because that was hilarious.
Exactly.
Myers ultimately took the part himself, giving the movie its central dual performance. That decision was crucial because Austin and Dr. Evil are opposites who share the same basic problem. Both men are trapped in the past. Austin doesn't understand that society's attitudes have changed. Dr. Evil doesn't understand modern economics, business, or his relationship with his son. One responds with overwhelming confidence, while the other responds with frustration and increasingly elaborate threats.
I'm going to kill you, Scott.
Actually, I have tried killing you, but they. What does he do? Does he reach over? Does he reach over to hit something, and the
Oh
woman
yeah,
smacks his hand?
he reaches over to hit the red button on the phone on the phone thing,
Yeah,
and she comes up with a switch, and she's like, "What?"
yeah. Dr. Evil's voice and mannerisms were partly inspired. Oh my God. Dr. Evil's voice and mannerisms were partly inspired by producer and Saturday Night Live creator Lorne Michaels.
Really?
Yes. Myers has never portrayed the character as an exact impression, but members of the comedy world immediately recognize elements of Michael's distinctive speaking style.
Mm,
Once you know that connection, it becomes extremely difficult not to hear it. And I'm just thinking now about Lauren Michaels talking to some of the people on SNL backstage and picturing Dr. Evil, and I'm thinking that is so spot on.
yeah.
The casting and roles that almost happened. We know about Jim Carrey, but there might be a couple of others here for us. Several familiar actors were considered for or turned down roles that eventually became major parts of the Austin Powers universe. As mentioned earlier, Jim Carrey was wanted for Dr. Evil, but was busy making Liar Liar. That would have created a very different villain and probably a much more physically explosive performance. Can you imagine the physical comedy Jim Carrey does put into the Dr. Evil
Oh, dude,
character?
that would be like almost, you know, how the whole portrayal of him playing the Riddler and
Mm-hmm.
the Batman, maybe. I mean, he's so just wild and just all over the place. I mean, it's like you said, it's physical comedy to him.
All
So,
right. So comedian Colin Quinn turned down the part of Scott Evil. The role went to Seth Green, whose dry frustration became the perfect counterweight to Dr. Evil's absurd behavior. Quinn later acknowledged that passing on the movies was a mistake. I can't wait. I just got a flashback of the Scott Evil character. He's talking about his perfect his dry frustration being the perfect counterweight. He
mm,
goes, "Well, what are you going to do? Why are you shutting the doors? You're not going to watch
yeah,
him get
you're not
killed."
going
He
to
goes,
watch
"Look,
him die.
look,
He's
how about
like,
look? I go back to my room. I got a gun. I
uh,
bring the gun here. Well, pop, pop. We'll shoot
pop,
them together,
shoot
okay?"
them together, like father and son.
No, Scotty. I think I'll just let them go on their own,
Yeah, well,
assuming that they got killed.
yeah, assuming that they get killed, and then that's when he brings in the whole.
Yeah, as my name says into there, knock knock. Who's there? Shh.
I've got a whole bag of with your name on it.
Right. It's not as funny as the second Austin Powers movie when he's like, zip it, zip it, www.zipit.com. If you have a problem, you must zip it. The variation in the second one was funnier, but we wouldn't have it without the sh part in this one. So
Exactly.
I'm glad they did it. Rhea Perlman, I guess you can tell what role she declined.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea
But
Perlman reportedly declined the role of Frau. Is it Frau or Frau?
Frau,
Frau Farbacina.
yeah.
Minnie Sterling ultimately received the part and turned Frau into one of the franchise's loudest and most memorable characters.
Dude, when she would,
Gods!
she'd be like, God or Scott,
Scotty!
and then Dr. Abel, he'd be like, he'd jump out of his seat.
It's interesting to imagine those alternatives, but the final ensemble has such specific chemistry that it's difficult to picture anyone else occupying those roles. So that's true.
Oh, and Robert Wagner playing
The number two.
Yeah, dude, I could not see anybody else playing that role. He did such a great job.
Yes, and when he's correcting him, he's like, when he talks about how we're going to, what was it they were going to do?
We were gonna use a laser.
Oh,
to
this
burn
thing
a
we
hole.
called it a laser. And he goes, "Oh, that'd have been done, sir."
Yeah, those ones already falling apart. And he's
That
like,
way, when they start talking
he's
about,
like, well, somebody could have thrown me a freaking bone here and let me know all this.
a freaking bone. I've been asleep for 30 years. Been frozen for 30 years. What destroying the Earth's ozone layer? Yeah, that's been done too. What if we do this and we ask for $1 million? He goes,
That's kind of
that's,
cheap.
yeah,
He's all
whatever
like,
the name. What was the
our
name of the
evil.
company? What was the
He's
name of the
all
company
like,
they
our
had?
evil corporation makes 90 billion a year, and he's all like,
Yeah.
really, really,
Why are we doing this?
yeah.
All right, box office performance. Austin Powers, and yes, I mean Austin Powers, did not arrive as a guaranteed franchise. The movie opened in second place with approximately 9.55 million during its first weekend in North America. It eventually earned $53,883,989 domestically, approximately 13.8 million internationally, for a grand total of 67,683,989 worldwide. That's way more than the $18 million that they reported for a budget.
Exactly.
Definitely a profitable result. However, it wasn't yet the massive pop culture phenomenon that people may remember today. The ones that, like I said, were around at that time to enjoy it. The movie had unusually strong staying power. Its domestic total was more than 5.5 times its opening weekend, indicating that word of mouth kept audiences coming in. The real explosion happened after the theatrical run, which brings us to one of
Always,
our favorite
always, always.
segments. One of our favorite segments, Marty, VHS, DVD, and the
VHS,
film Second
DVD.
Life.
Yeah,
You yourself said you rented it at a Blockbuster. You didn't
I
watch it.
did. I rented it at a Blockbuster.
So this is where Austin Powers' story becomes especially interesting. The movie arrived on VHS and on the still new DVD format in late 1997, although release date databases don't all agree on a precise nationwide street date. The home video release included deleted material and alternate endings, features that were not especially common on VHS at the time. An independently verified sales total for the first movie alone is difficult to locate, so you'll probably find some conflicting numbers online. What is well documented is that the movie became much more popular through rentals, repeat viewing, and word of mouth.
Mhm.
People could watch it repeatedly, quote the dialogue with their friends, and introduce it to viewers who had skipped the theatrical release. New Line executive Michael DeLuca later described the home video release as essentially a long advertisement for the sequel. Its popularity outside theaters was a major factor in turning Austin Powers into a franchise. In 2002, the Washington Post reported that the first two Austin Powers movies had sold more than 14 million combined VHS and DVD copies.
Mm.
That figure doesn't separate the first film's individual total, but it illustrates how enormous the franchise became in the home video market. The sequel, Austin Powers: A Spy Who Shagged Me, opened in '99 and earned more than 312 million worldwide, nearly 5 times the worldwide total of the original movie.
Yeah,
So definitely took a life of its own.
yeah, it did.
That is something else. Great
When,
cast too, Marty.
when did the third movie come out? Gold Member.
That was
Was
just
it
in the early 2000s, I believe.
like 2002, 2003?
I
Somewhere around
believe so. I'm not positive, but I believe so. Somewhere around in there.
there? Yeah. Well, what's crazy is it had a Beyonce in it. She was
Was
and
she like?
I don't even know if her music career had just gotten started or
I mean, it was Destiny's Child at the time. She was in Destiny's Child still at the time when she was doing all but she hadn't
okay,
been broke off
okay,
by herself or anything.
yeah.
I feel
I
fairly
knew
sure of
she
that.
was exploring acting, I guess, and then that's the reason why she went in to do the Gold Member, maybe. So
Yeah. What was her name? Foxy Brown.
yeah, Foxy Brown.
And I'm a whole lot of woman.
A whole lot of women.
All right, so Mike Myers. So jump into the cast here because they had a great cast in this thing. Mike
Yeah.
Myers, Austin Hours, Austin Powers, and Doctor Evil. Myers had already become famous through SNL, where he created characters such as Wayne Campbell, Dieter, and Linda Richmond. He starred in Wayne's World, Wayne's World 2, So I Married an Axe Murderer, and later became the voice of Shrek. He also played multiple characters in the two Austin Powers sequels. The first film works because Myers completely commits to both leading roles. Austin is ridiculous, but strangely likable, while Dr. Evil can turn a simple hand gesture into an unforgettable joke. And I'm sorry, I almost broke for a second there because when it talks about multiple characters in the two sequels, the one thing come to mind.
Yeah, fat bastard.
Get in my belly.
Get in my belly. Get
Um,
in my belly.
Elizabeth Elizabeth Hurley played Vanessa Kensington, the intelligent and capable agent assigned to help Austin adjust to the 1990s. Hurley appeared in Passenger 57. Did you remember that?
Yeah, that Wesley Snipes movie.
Yeah, did you remember that she was in that?
I don't remember her being in it, but
She's one of the terrorists on the plane. She was one of the.
no,
She was a stewardess
no,
already on the plane, already there.
really.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
I'm pretty sure she was a
Dude, I
terrorist on the
love that
plane.
movie, Passenger 57. That was a
Yeah,
good movie.
she's in Bedazzled. That was
Yeah,
the one we talked about earlier about her being
Devil,
the devil.
the
Ed
devil.
TV, the television series The Royals. She returned as Vanessa in the opening of The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Mhm.
Vanessa provides the movie with a much needed reality check. Without her, Austin's behavior could become exhausting. She challenges him, corrects him, and forces him to recognize that the world has changed. Michael York was Basil Exposition. Michael York plays Austin's superior, Basil Exposition, a name that openly admits the character's primary purpose is to explain the plot. York's extensive career includes Cabaret, Logan's Run, The Three Musketeers, Murder on the Orient Express, and The Island of Dr. Moreau. His serious delivery makes the nonsense around him even funnier.
Well, and then, oh, dude, one of the scenes when Basil introduces him to his mother, he's like, Austin's looking at her, and he just goes, pop, and just knocks her flat on her. And he's all like, that isn't your mother. It's a man, baby. and then
and
he's like, why won't this wig come on?
it's a throwback to the beginning of the movie where he does that same thing at a party where they're looking for Dr. Evil's people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a woman, that's a man, baby. And he pulls the wig off. He's one of Dr. Evil's
Yeah,
people. He's
it's
here to
fun. Yeah.
kill. Uh, Robert Wagner plays number two, Dr. Evil's eye patch second in command. Wagner was already associated with sophisticated adventure and mystery projects, including It Takes a Thief, Heart to Heart, and The Pink Panther. He also appeared in The Towering Inferno.
Mm-hmm.
So casting Wagner helped connect the movie to the glamorous television and film world it was parodying too. Which I didn't really think about that, but it's true. Seth Green played Scotty Evil. Seth Green plays Dr. Evil's resentful teenage son Scott. Green appeared in Can't Buy Me Love, Airborne, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Italian Job, and Without a Paddle. He later co-created Robot Chicken, and became the voice of Chris Griffin on Family Guy. Scott is often the only person willing to tell Dr. Evil that his plans make no sense.
Exactly.
That's stupid. We'll just go back to my room and get a gun. We'll come back. We'll shoot him as father and son.
And yeah, and it'll be done.
And it'll be done. Mindy Sterling, Frau Farbacina. Mindy Sterling plays, as I mentioned, Frau Farbacina, Dr. Evil's aggressive German associate. Sterling later appeared in Drop Dead Gorgeous, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, iCarly, and The Legend of Korra. She returned for both Austin Powers sequels. Her ability to shift from quiet dialogue to an ear-splitting scream gives the character her own unmistakable comic rhythm. And yes, it's so funny. And I don't think
know.
Rhea Perlman would have pulled it off very well.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. In a way, if you kind of really think about Frau Facina's her role, don't it remind you of another Frau, but it was in a Mel Brooks movie? Frau Burka.
From what?
Young Frankenstein. Remember?
Oh, you know, long it's been since I've seen Young Frankenstein, man. Seriously,
No,
man.
like Frau Burka. because she had that way of her too, and then like she would like she'd be quiet at first, and all of a sudden she'd have that high that screech.
Man, I don't remember it, but it's been such a long time since I've seen it. So,
that that I want to almost say that Mike Myers with that character from the Young Frankenstein,
mhm,
he looked at that character and he was like, I want that in my Austin Powers movie.
probably
Uh,
so.
hmm
Mimi Rogers played Mrs. Kensington, Austin's original partner and Vanessa's mother. Rogers' credits include Someone to Watch Over Me, The Rapture, Lost in Space, and The X Files and Bosch Legacy. Um, Definitely remember her from Lost in Space. She
Yeah,
played the role of the
me too.
mother.
Yeah.
Um, I don't remember what she did in X Files, though. What she was in X Files.
She was in later seasons of the X Files, like after Mulder had like disappeared, and they brought in like the guy that played the T-1000 in Terminator.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember his name, but
Robert Patrick.
yeah, Robert Patrick. But he took Mulder's place in that season, and then she was like a stay on for like a lot of the episodes. So I think it was around the like eighth or ninth season. So
Okay.
but they also had the woman that played Scully also was it had all three of them in the show then. So
All right. Uh, Fabiana Eugenio. I'm gonna say this real slow for people to understand.
yeah,
Fabiana Eugenio played the character Alada, Alotta, Alada.
vagina.
Last name Fagina, Alada,
Vagina,
Alada Fagina.
which is a spoof
I know.
on Pussy
James
Galore.
James Bond, right? Exactly. This is number two's glorious secretary. She also appeared in Summer School, Bride of
Yeah,
Reanimator.
I, I was wondering. I kept looking at her face, and I was like, "Why does she look so
She's the
familiar?"
foreign student that came
She's a
in.
foreign Italian student
Yes, exactly.
from summer school.
Right. Bride of Reanimator. That sounds like one of your movies right there.
Yes, that was
Jane
actually really good.
Jane the Virgin and Fubar. The character's name is one of the film's most direct spoofs of Bond's habit of giving female characters extremely suggestive names. Oh my gosh. Joe Sun played the character Random Task. Joe Sun plays Random Task, the shoe throwing parody of Goldfinger's villain Odd Job.
Yes, yes, he was.
He goes from Odd Job to Random Task. The character produces one of Alston's most memorable reactions. He goes, "Who throws a shoe? Honestly."
I'm gonna have a nut there.
Oh Lord.
No.
Will Ferrell plays Mustafa, one of Dr. Evil's nearly indestructible henchmen. He said earlier, "I've been burnt badly, but I'm still alive. Can someone please open the hatch?"
I can crawl
At,
my way up.
I can crawl my way up, yes. At the time, Farrell was still building his reputation on SNL. He later starred in Elf, Anchorman, Talladega Nights, Step Brothers, and The Other Guys. Definitely found his place in the comedy world in movies.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
Elf is one of my favorite Christmas movies these days. Anchorman is hilarious. Talladega Nights is my favorite. Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, that's right.
Charles Napier played Commander Gilmore. Um, his extensive credits include The Blues Brothers, Rambo, First Blood Part 2. Actually, was he? Yeah, First Blood Part 2.
Yeah, he
Silence
was
of the
the
Lambs.
commander. Yeah.
Right. Silence of the Lambs in Philadelphia. So, this movie, Marty, I want to ask you if you've noticed any of them, how many of them you can call out. The movie contains several appearances that are easy to miss. These are cameos in the movie. Did you notice? Can you call out any of the cameos in the movie?
Well, I mean, Burt Bacharach. I mean, literally is the first one that comes to mind.
Appears as
Yeah.
himself, performing while Austin and Vanessa enjoy a romantic moment on top of a bus.
Yeah.
hmm
Let's see. Who else? Who else? Who else? I wanna. I hate to say it, but the one dude that was doing the countdown towards the end of the movie where the drill was going down, and so he's literally just sitting at the desk, and he's all like counting down aborted, and he's all covered in smut. His hair's all flying up all over the place. I want to say he reminds me of that one that comedian actor. Dude, I've seen him, and he was in the later stuff of Saturday Night Live. So, but who
Uh,
who else cameoing in that movie?
well, there was one that I thought was a cameo, as it turns out, it's not. Um, at the beginning of the movie, where the guy at the radar screen is talking to Charles Napier.
Oh
He's
yeah,
talking,
that's Ron Howard's older brother.
Clint Howard.
Yeah, Clint Howard. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of things like it over the years. Who was the therapist leading the Doctor Evil and Scott's father and son counseling group?
Oh, Carrie Fisher of all people.
Yes, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a guy who plays a security guard who brings Doctor Evil his sherbet.
Oh man.
That's Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh himself, man.
No way. No way. That wasn't Christian Slater.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
Yes. Rob Lowe briefly appears as one of number two's associates, which is really ironic because he'd return in the sequels as the younger version of number two.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the opening sequence features members of the group Ming T, including Susanna Hoffs.
Wow. Okay.
Which I did not. I didn't pay attention to that. I'm going to go back
I
and look
didn't.
now.
I didn't. Yeah. I didn't. Wow. You would have really missed her if you weren't paying attention.
Mm-hmm. So, some fun trivia. Here's some shagadelic facts about the movie, you could say. Mike Myers estimated that a large portion of the film, possibly between 30 and 40%, was improvised or developed during filming.
I can believe that.
The American theatrical version is shorter than the international version. Several jokes and scenes were removed to secure the desired PG-13 rating. The scenes where some of the funniest things I remember when I first watched this, other than the pee scene, when he wakes up from sleep in the morning and she's talking to her mom on the phone, and she keeps moving things in a way where you don't see his junk hanging out because he's walking around naked, okay? The little things and the perfect timing.
With the fork, and she bites it, and he's like, "Oh."
But what about the one though where she's got? I think it was a magnifying glass she's holding.
Yes.
And he's in a distance away, but her fingers are holding it, and one of them's going.
And then it turns.
She's just doing that. It's crazy.
That's just like the end of the movie when they're married and stuff, and they're naked, and then he's like giving her like the cantaloupes.
You're right. And who made this picture?
Yeah.
And this leads me to this fun trivia bit here. I was building up for this. The infamous scene in which carefully placed objects repeatedly conceal Austin's body helped push the limits of that rating. They were wanting the PG-13, but they were awfully close to an R rating. According to the filmmaker's oral history, the movie came close to receiving an R because of what they were doing. They kept pushing the boundaries and the limits of whatever.
They really pushed it in the second movie.
Yes, I know.
The whole tent scene.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, the whole tent scene was crazy.
I know.
I was like,
I know.
but that was the funniest part of the whole movie.
Austin's customized Jaguar E-Type became known as the Shaguar. Its red, white, and blue Union Jack paint job became one of the franchise's most recognizable visual symbols. And I say Jaguar, and I forget. I I don't know who it was used to tell me this, but they wouldn't say Jaguar; they would say Jaguar. The
Jaguar.
Jaguar. Do you like? I think it's. Do you like? What is it? Do you like quality in a car? Then perhaps you should drive a Jaguar.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Uh,
Uh, Basil Exposition's
oh,
name is a filmmaking joke.
I was gonna hit you with a little fun trivia fact. Do
Was
you know
that
who owns Jaguar nowadays?
who?
Ford Motor Company.
How about that?
Well,
Basil Exposition's name is a filmmaking joke. Exposition is dialogue that provides information the audience needs to understand the story. And that's exactly what Basil usually delivers. Um, and it's funny he says Basil because that's my uncle's name, Basil. It's just
Basil.
some people say basil because the herb. My
Yeah,
my uncle's name has always been is
Basil.
no basil. They pronounce it basil.
Basil.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's his name, Basil Adams. Um, the the character Random Task is a direct parody of Odd Job from Goldfinger, which we know.
Mhm.
Instead of throwing a deadly hat, Random Task throws a shoe. Doctor Evil's demand for $1 million parodies an old villain cliche, while also demonstrating how disconnected he is from the modern world. The scene in which Scott suggests simply shooting Austin instead of placing him in an elaborate death trap attacks one of the biggest logical problems in classic spy movies. Definite knock on that.
Yeah.
The production filmed at locations including the Biltmore Hotel in Los Angeles and several Las Vegas casinos. Austin's dance and physical mannerisms combined elements of 1960s pop stars, British television personalities, and exaggerated nightclub confidence. I swear, he looks like. Do you know, like when he's going to fight some people, he's got his. Of course, the people listening can't
Judo
see
chop.
this. Well,
Judo chop.
it's not just the judo chop or the judo kick. It's not just that. But like I said, the people who are listening who won't get this, but just picture if me holding my hands above my head and going side to side with him. He's doing this at him,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know. And I swear that reminds me of an orangutan, like in the Any Which Way You Can movies.
yeah.
When he walks up people, he's walking up against right here, walking up at him. Oh man. George S. Clinton's score deliberately blends spy movie suspense with lounge music, jazz, and psychedelic sounds. The film's success also affected James Bond. Daniel Craig has said that the Austin Powers movies made it more difficult for later Bond films to use some of the older franchises' exaggerated jokes and gadgets without appearing unintentionally funny. I can see that
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
can't think.
And in a timely piece of franchise news, Mike Myers confirmed in June 2026 that another Austin Powers movie is in development.
Oh, no way.
Although story
That's the reason
cast
why the
and
Verizon commercials have been hitting like crazy.
I don't know, but he says, although the story cast and release details have not yet been announced, he confirmed in June of this year, just a
Wow.
couple of months ago, that another movie's in development.
Dude, it was like, so that's like, if they release it in 2027, I mean, man, that's like how long of a wait of waiting for the fourth
Mm,
Austin Powers movie?
Well,
Like
more, I say
30
more than
some odd years?
no,
So,
more than 20 years. The third one came out in the early 2000s,
yeah,
so a little more than 20 years probably.
okay. Mm.
So what still works in the movie? The strongest element may be Mike Myers' complete commitment. Austin never acts as if he is the joke. He genuinely believes he's irresistible, sophisticated, and heroic. Dr. Evil never thinks his plans are ridiculous. He believes he is the most terrifying criminal mastermind alive. That sincerity is what really allows the comedy to work, and that's they could easily pull that off today. We're talking about a
Yeah.
fourth one maybe coming out, so that still stands out, still works. The movie also understands the difference between parody and random references. It recreates the rhythm, the design, and structure of the films it's spoofing. You don't need to recognize every James Bond reference to enjoy it, but knowing the source material adds another layer to it, though.
Hmm. Very. Yeah. Because especially with the second movie, I mean, like the with the second movie, dude, it spaced like three or four James Bond movies right off the. I mean, that you definitely recognize. You
Hmm.
Moonstriker is one of them because they're literally like up in outer space at one point, and then I want to say basically where the title comes from, the spy who shagged me. You get also get the spy. What was that James Bond? It was a Roger Moore. I want to
Spy
say
Who Loved Me.
yeah, the spy. No, it was Sean Connery, the spy who loved me. So yeah, so yeah.
Up, they did their job well. We could say then, right?
Hmm.
The relationship between Doctor Evil and Scott may be the movie's secret weapon. Their scenes could almost exist in an entirely different family comedy. Scott doesn't care about the world domination. He just wants his father to act like a normal parent. Seth Green's frustrated delivery gives Dr. Evil something he cannot overcome with sharks, lasers, or an unnecessary trapdoor. Is it too much to ask for some freaking sharks and some freaking laser
Putting
beams?
laser rings on their head.
What hasn't aged well about this movie? Well, let's see. Like many comedies from the 1990s, parts of Austin Powers feel tied to the attitudes of their era. Some jokes involving sexuality, nationality, body image, and Austin ignoring Vanessa's boundaries may be received differently by modern audiences. Snowflakes.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Frog caught in my throat for a second there. Um, to the movie's credit, Vanessa frequently challenges Austin's behavior. His inability to understand changing social standards is part of the joke, not necessarily something the audience is expected to admire. Still, viewers will have different reactions to where the film draws that line. That raises an interesting question, though. When we revisit older comedies, can we appreciate what remains clever while also recognizing what no longer works?
Mm,
I, Marty, we do this all the time.
yes, we
We,
do.
you and I were sitting here talking just a week or so ago. You come by here and we're talking about things, and I'm like, Blazing Saddles got brought up,
Yes.
and we're both like, that would never go in the theater today
No, it wasn't.
because
No.
we appreciate it for what it was and we laugh at it, but we know at the same time if they tried to re-release it to theaters right now, only a certain audience is going to go watch it. And it's
And
the
it's going
older,
to be our
the
age or older.
yes, the older audience will go watch it and laugh and giggle, and there'll be some younger people go check it out and come out just, I can't believe people laughed
Yeah.
about that kind of stuff. That
I,
is so wrong.
dude, if you ever get a chance, there is this black couple. I don't know if they're boyfriend girlfriend or they could be brother and sister, but they do movie reviews
Hmm.
and they're on YouTube and
Are you talking about them
they
doing
and they
Blazing
and they
Saddles? Because I
get
think
and they
I've
get
seen that.
recommended to watch Blazing
Yeah,
Saddles.
I've actually seen them do that.
Have
There
you
was
seen
a
it,
yes, yes.
dude?
That's why I asked you before you got to it. Are
I
you talking
was
about them
like,
recommending
I was
Blazing?
like, whoa.
There was a there's a guy who used to work with me at Walmart in Panama City, and out of nowhere, sometimes when you he'd just walk in the room back here because we worked in the produce area, and he'd stick his head in and go, "Where are all the white women at?"
Why women that?
Every everybody's old enough to get the joke, and the ones that weren't, we'd explain to it, and they would just laugh and laugh and laugh. Because it just the Mel Brooks comedy really just stands out. You can't help but laugh at a lot of the stuff he does. Some people will question it, yes, because there are people in this world today. I'm sorry if people don't agree with me, and I
That
might
hurt. But
Yeah, we might even lose a few viewers. Not that I got more than 20 any darn way. So what difference does it make, right? So I mean, but there's some people out there who get butt hurt so easily over something that is just comedy.
comedy,
It's
yeah, it's
humor.
straight
It's
humor.
not real. It's in a movie to make you laugh and escape and get away for a while. Treat it as such. Don't take it to heart and go out on the street and try to recreate the same thing because you're not going to get the same reaction. Just enjoy the comedy from when you watch it and let that be it. That's all I'm
Exactly.
gonna say on that. But anyway, um that raises, like I said, raises the interesting question. When we revisit the older comedies, can we appreciate what remains clever while also recognize what no longer works? Well, I think we can, and discussing that difference is part of what makes revisiting these movies worthwhile.
Hmm.
So I hope anybody listening to this or watching this video and listening with us is laughing along with this and everything, knowing just how funny these movies are, and just realizing it's an escape for you. It's like a way to get away from the real world and enjoy something different. That's not you. May be somebody having a lot of troubles at the time. You might be in financial difficulties, you may be having bad health issues, or have a family member with bad health issues or something that's always on your mind. But you watch something like this for an hour and a half or 2 hours or so, you're just somewhere else completely. You're laughing and enjoying it like nothing else is going on.
All
And
right.
that's the
It
whole
takes you
point
away
of it.
from all your, yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point, and that's how it should be looked at. And I really hate it when people just run things down when it's not even worth running down. It's just stupid to be that way. But anyway, Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, began as a personal tribute to Mike Myers' father and British entertainment they enjoyed together. It became a colorful parody, a home video phenomenon, and the beginning of a franchise that helped define the late 1990s comedy. The first movie feels smaller and slightly stranger than its sequels. It doesn't have quite as many characters, celebrity cameos, or enormous set pieces, and that may be part of its charm. It's a comedy built around a simple idea: take the glamorous spy fantasy of the 60s, drop it into the 90s, and see what parts survive the trip. The answer: the clothes survive, the music survives, and the villains survive. Austin's pickup lines probably should have remained frozen.
No,
uh,
they should have survived too.
So, what are your final thoughts on the movie, Marty?
My final thoughts on the movie is that this movie is great. I loved it the first time I watched it on VHS back in the day, and when I watched it over the years since then. I mean, uh, especially even watching it today. A couple hours ago. I mean, I got good laughs out of it. I mean, and it'll always be probably my favorite Mike Myers movie will always be So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Hmm.
I love that movie, but this is a hard second, but
Absolutely.
especially with the sequels. I mean, like there's a particular line in the third Austin Powers movie when the kid from the Wonder Years, uh,
Fred Savage.
Fred Savage, he's introduced as a mole in
Yeah.
the Doctor Evil's organization, and then
Hmm.
when Austin meets him, you know, he
Mole, mole,
he's
mole,
like
mole.
he goes to shake his hand and everything, and then all of a sudden it's just this big giant mole like right on his face, and he's all like mole, mo, mo, mo. Dude, I tears were just like, I mean, he's literally got a piece of this stick off of this branch, and he's poking at his
Poking at
damn.
it. Yes. Yes.
Uh, I I died. I was just like, that was like
It,
the funniest part.
Well, the funniest part of that movie. Let's go ahead and one last thing. We're not going to do any discussion questions this week, but I want to throw out what is the funniest part of the movie for you from this movie.
Oh, dude. I mean, the whole movie is great. I cannot say that I have a literal like moment when the movie was not disappointing at all. I mean, like the humor was great. Even like the parts when Austin was actually realizing that he was still in the past and how he was, the '90s was a whole different, era for him and everything. And he was trying to catch up to something that he had just got like left behind,
Mm-hmm.
and just like the humor, the relationship between him and what was her name, Stephanie Kensington or Miss? Well, it was Miss Kensington, but
Miss Kensington was the mother.
the daughter was Ms. So I
The
what
daughter.
her
The
name?
what
Stephanie
no the well Ms. Kensington, but she had a name. She was Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Yeah.
The whole relationship between them.
Yeah.
As at first she couldn't stand him, but then she grew to like him, and then basically she grew to love him, and then married him at the end of the first movie. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's just got like that whole you know James Bond feel to it with Pink Panther thrown in, with a little Monty Python thrown in here, and even oh Benny Hill. I mean,
yeah.
a lot of references to Benny Hill, especially with the fembots. I mean, I mean, they're all they're all in their little pink.
Is it cold out? Is it cold in here?
Is it code in here?
If I had to pick a favorite thing in the movie that made me laugh the hardest, I mean, it's I told you that one scene where he wakes up and he's peeing, but it's the first time the scene comes on where he's walking around naked and she keeps conveniently putting things in the path and in the
Yeah.
way, and you
Yes.
can't see what's going on because it is everything just works so well that you can't not laugh at it. And it's one of about three or four scenes in the movies that I laughed so hard I had tears rolling down my face. So it's so much. You guys really, of any movie we've ever told you you've got to watch. I know we say it all the time. If you want a movie, if you've never seen this before, and you want one that will just make you laugh until you can't anymore, this is one of those movies. There's several movies I can think of growing up that made me laugh so hard as this, and this is definitely one of them. You got to check it out.
Definitely.
So, all right, we'll go ahead and start wrapping things up here. So just to say that'll do it for us for our trip back to 1997 tonight, and the wonderfully ridiculous world of Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe to us at our places that I mentioned earlier, such as Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. And Marty,
Yep.
what do they do on
Hit the
YouTube?
bell. Hit the bell.
Hit the bell, you say? Hit the bell?
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. Hit the bell. Right, the bell. Um, don't forget to check out the t-shirt shop at vintagevibesshop.com. If you're watching the video right now, in the upper left-hand corner is a QR code that you can click. It'll take you, well, not click, but you can do it with your phone, take a picture of it, and it'll take you straight to the t-shirt shop from there as well. I forgot to mention one last thing about the movie.
Mm.
I did forget. He's at that place where they're giving him his belongings after waking up for so
Oh,
long, and he's got the jumpsuit and the boots and the little thing that goes around his neck and the Burt Baccarat's hits of whatever, and then there was the penis enlarger. And what did he say?
that's not mine, baby.
That's not mine, baby. It's not mine. Well,
And
until
then
next time.
there's an instruction book on how to
and,
use
and
mouse.
with his picture on the front, right? So, Marty, until next time, keep watching the movie that you love. Keep those retro movies alive. And remember, Marty, it's not mine.
Yeah.
What should these
And
wonderful people do?
always stay retro.
There we go.